welcome to today's video. And in today's video we are mole catching. So I'll just get off the JCB now. Can have a look. So we are mole catching. So I'll just flip the camera around so you can So I've set these traps. So there's a trap there, you can see that there. Another trap here. Another one over here. A large patch of moles here. And then there's some more traps. Careful to not stand on them. So there's one there. There's another one there. And there's another one further down. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've set 6 traps. So in this patch. So that should be enough. So moles are a nuisance. They are turning the field over when we don't want them to. Basically making a mess of the field. So what we're doing is we're trapping them. It's a humane kill. Most farmers do this. They're just basically a pest moles. They breed out of control, and yeah, so we're trying to stop them now from taking over our field. So because, well, mainly because if soil gets in the silage when we mow the fields for silage, it can poison the cows. So we obviously don't want soil in the silage, and they're probably the biggest main cause. Because when they burrow underground, they go under a tunnel and they push the soil up into the air. So we don't want that in the silage, and they're just basically making a mess of the field. They make it very rough to drive over. So now, being it winter time, it's a good time to see them pop up because there's no grass, and they're burrowing out into the fields looking for food, to set a trap and trap them. So that's what we're doing. So I'm just having a drive round. That was one patch. So I'm just having a drive around these other fields here, and I've already just spotted a patch. So we'll have a look. So these are the ones I've just spotted. So I'll just drive a bit further to the field, and we'll get off now and have a look. But what we need to do is, I've got the mic on today because of the wind. We need to eliminate old molehills. So there's these molehills here that have probably been here a month or so. We obviously don't want to put a trap where there's an old molehill because it's not active anymore. So we need to determine where the active molehills are. So to say that, we need to find the ones that look fresh. So these molehills here are fairly recent, I would say. That soil's fairly recently been pushed in. Whereas this molehill here is because the rain's washed all the stone that's been forced up with the soil, and it's washed it off. So they're not very fresh at all. And then you see some here have been flattened, so they're not fresh at all. So we need to. So there's a rather mix here of fresh and not fresh. So we'll probably set a trap somewhere here, maybe 2 or 3 traps, and then we'll just walk up here a bit to see how active these are. Automatically these aren't fresh, that one might be. one could be a bit more recent. They're definitely not fresh. That one there is definitely not. That one there is, along with them small there. Along with these here, that one isn't, but them three are. So what we'll do is, we'll set a couple of tracks around here. And then there's more under the wall side over here. But these don't look, they're not very fresh. They're not, that one is. Different type of coloured soil that, so you can see that. But they're not. So what you'll find is at this time of year, is the moles are pushing out from the wall side, pushing away from the wall into the middle of the field, and so the moles nearest the wall are likely not to be very fresh, because the moles are out looking for food and they are after the worms, and we love the worms here because worms make good healthy soil. So we obviously don't want all the worms to vanish, but there's obviously a lot of worms in this ground and there's a lot of moles. So but they're venturing out from the walls where the soil isn't very active with probably worms, into the middle of the field where there's going to be more worms in the soil because we've put muck on the field. So there's more worms because they've done better, but then worms are food for moles. So we obviously want to stop the moles eating them worms, so eradicate the problem of moles. You'll never eradicate moles, they come back every year. We need to lessen the numbers basically. We need to stop it becoming a big problem. A big problem. I've seen fields covered with moles, absolutely covered, and we don't want that. So we need to be on top of the problem. We do have one that does our moles in the spring. Now it's winter time. I've got a few of my own traps. I can set a few when I've got an hour or so free. I'll come back in like 3 or 4 days time, check them, and yeah, we'll see if we've caught out. But what I need to do now is, well, I don't want to stand out here in the cold all day, so I'm going to set some of these traps. Found the run, trap, take the trap, separate it like that. I'll just show you this. So this is the trap, so the mole hits this bit here, knocks it out. I'm not going to do it because I'll trap my finger. Knocks that out, the trap shuts, kills the mole, and that's how we catch a mole. So this goes in the hole, and that bit goes where the run is, and the mole knocks it in. Jobs are good. Put this in like this. Put the surf back round it. Put this soil, hold it in. And then put a stick in here. Hang on, that's gone well. I'll see that, hopefully. Jobs are good. We'll do another one now. Right, so that's it. We've set all this trap. We've set 4 in this patch here. I've actually run out of traps. There's 2 in there that are broken, so I obviously can't use them. There's a very big gap in the wall there, if you can see that. That's what the heifers did. Very naughty heifers. They'll have to come and do it. But we set 6 and 4, so I've only got 10 traps. I did actually have more than that, but what happens is, near enough every time I set some go missing. Nearly every time. I'm not sure whether it's badgers or foxes or something. Traps. Something in the wildlife, or someone that's desperate for mole traps. I don't know, but I'm sure I had like 8 traps. But I've only got 10 now, so it's 4, 6. So what we'll do is, in 4 days time, more than that, maybe 3 or 4 days time, we'll come back, have a look at these 2 patches of moles, and see if we've caught anything. But what I'll do now is I'm just going to have a drive into that other field over here, just Let's have a drive around and see if there's any more moles in there. I expect there is. Now that I know I've caught what's ever here, I'll move the traps from here next time, you know, hopefully we've caught them, and move them over there, and then drop the gun with less than them. And then obviously keep an eye on these patches of moles and see if they keep popping up. Because if that happens, obviously not caught them all. So yeah, we'll crack on. Go and have a look round now, but hopefully we'll catch up now in a day or two's time when we come back to check the mole traps, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we've caught something. But for now, I'll see you. Right, so I've just come over to this other field. Just thought I'd put this in the video, and there's molehills. So I'm not sure whether you can see this, but I'm just knocking them over with my feet, so that when we've caught the moles over there, they'll obviously, you know, there'll be fresh molehills here, and we'll be able to see them a bit better. So, you know, just thought I'd show you this bit, because there's obviously more moles over here. But yeah, it's a very important job, this mole catching, because we don't like fields covered in moles. It's quite widespread in here. So in the other field they were quite all bunched together, whereas in here they're a lot more spread out. But these all look here, look quite old. Just put the camera around so you can see. So there's a line here, there's more up there, there's some, you can see a puddle there, there's some beyond that puddle. Because I can't be arsed going all the way over there. Right, so as I said, they run under the wall side, and you can see here there's a distinct line where they run under the wall side, and they've actually come out under the wall in that field. I'm not sure how well you can see that. They're working their way into the middle of the field, and you can see behind me as well, behind the JCB, they're there. But yeah, that's what I mean when they say they run under a wall side, because they do. It's like a motorway run for them, because that ground's undisturbed. We're not running on that with machinery or anything. So we have caught 2 moles. Very good. So 2 moles have probably done all the damage on this bit here. So I'm not worried about them being any more. So what we'll do is we'll put the mole on the wall, and then that's food for the birds. They can have that. But then we'll pick all those traps up and move them on to the next patch, because it's, you know, 2 moles will have done all this damage quite easily. So yeah, what we need to do now is pick them all up. But yeah, been successful. We've caught 2 moles. Then we'll go on to the next patch where we set some traps. Right, so that was all I'm on up. Can't see them anymore. Sometimes you lose the twig that I put at the side of the trap, and then you've lost the trap as well as the twig. So, well, I think that's all of them. But yeah, got them all in the bucket on the JCB, so we'll go on to the next patch. We're on the second patch of moles that we set on. We set traps on. So we've not set any more traps on that other patch, just because I think 2 moles are likely to have caused all that damage quite easily. They didn't look any fresh molehills, so I think we're all right. But instantly, we've got a trap down here. I'm not sure how you can see that. Down there, it's gone off. So we'll pull him out, and hopefully there's a mole in it. There isn't. So this trap has gone off, but there's no mole in it. So that's the first false trap gone off, so that's annoying. We'll have a look around and see where the other traps are. Right, so here's another trap. So there's 4 traps here. 2 have gone off, which we've pulled one, and the other 2 haven't gone off. So we're just going to pull this one, and fingers crossed this one we're lucky and there's a mole in it. If not, this mole's running rings around me. So pull him out. And there's no mole in this one either, so we've not done very well really here on this patch, because we've only caught, well, we haven't caught any on this patch. We've caught 2, but on the other patch, so I'm going to have to reset these mole traps. Now instantly, there's a fresh mole oil down there, that's fresh. So there is a mole active here. We need to set the rest of the trap. Well, we've set a couple more here, I think. We'll make them so there's about 6 here, I think. And then we'll go in the field next door and set a couple in there. See if we can rid that. Start making a dent on them moles. But yeah, we'll crack on and we'll set some traps. Right, so we found the rum. Well, we think we have. So dig a bit of turf out. Bang on that. Might just have to make it a little bit bigger. The hole for the trap to go in. Still fairly good. Bang the soil back in round that. We'll put a stick in there. We know where that trap is. So what we need to do now is we'll go and find another bit that looks active. Once I set another one here, I might set another one. No, I don't think them too close together is going to work. No, that's not a good place, if I'm honest. Anyway, we'll set some more and then we'll catch up. Right, so I'll call this the end of the video. So we've caught 2 moles so far. We've set some more mole traps in 2 more patches. So we've got that first patch that we cleared. It's got 2 red moles. I've not bothered setting any more traps there just because I don't think it's worth it. I think 2 moles will have done that damage quite easily. That big patch down there, I think 1 mole is doing all that damage, because there's a few fresh mole hills, but nothing. There's quite a lot of old mole hills basically. There's only like a few fresh ones. So we've still got like 6 or 7 traps set there. We've then got another patch of moles here that we've just set 1 trap on, because that's all I had left. Then we've got another patch over there, if you can just make it out where I'm pointing my finger. That's got 3 traps set on. So yeah, I know I've got about 10 or 11 traps, so we'll leave these traps now until, I don't know, give it another 4 or 5 days, maybe a week. So it's been a week since, no, it's been actually like 8 or 9 days since we last set these traps. Just because the weather was poor and I was doing other things, I never got a chance to come over and have a look. So we're catching moles. We'll leave it another bit and then we'll come back and have a fresh look. But for now, I think you've seen enough of mole catching. So you've seen how we set up the traps. You've seen me catch 2 moles. And now, yeah, I'll leave it at this. So if you've liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And subscribe below. And I will see you in my next one. See you. Bye.